Question 19 asks you to find the tangent of 90 degrees. And by the way, it's implying that it's asking you to find it by hand. Obviously, you can stick this in a calculator and you can check it, but how would you do this by hand? So the idea here is you make any angle in standard position that would be 90 degrees, okay? And the problem here is you can't make a right triangle. Normally if you had an angle going through like this, you could drop a perpendicular down to the x-axis, which is always how you make your triangle. But because the terminal side is going here, you can't drop a perpendicular down and make a triangle. Okay, so from a right triangle sense, tangent of 90 degrees makes no sense, okay? But we can extend this out, and using the coordinate definitions, we can basically use the pattern from triangles to try to figure out what the tangent of 90 would be, even though you can't make a triangle. So we're kind of breaking away from triangles and we're extending this concept, okay? The coordinate definition of tangent is that it's the y-coordinate over the x-coordinate, okay? But you look at this and you say, wait a second, they didn't give me any coordinates. That's fine. You can literally pick any point along the terminal side and you'll get the same answer, okay? I usually just go out 1 unit. I go over 0 and I go up 1, but you could do 0, 2, 0, 10, 0, 100, doesn't matter, okay? Tangent is the y-coordinate divided by the x-coordinate, okay? The y-coordinate's 1, the x-coordinate's 0, okay? That's undefined, okay? Your calculator will actually give you an error message if you try to take the tangent of 90. Now, you may be thinking, hey, I just can't take the tangent of like a 90-degree angle or a 180-degree angle or 270. You can take tangent of some other values. For example, if you're doing a 180-degree angle, your angle would be over here. Maybe you could pick a point like -1, 0, something like that. And y over x in that case would be 0 over -1, and that's 0, and that's totally okay. So be careful, don't just assume that, hey, I can't make a triangle, I can't get a value, okay? In some cases they'll be undefined, in some cases they'll be 0. In other cases you'll get other values, okay? For example, the sine of 90 degrees is equal to 1, okay? Which you can show using the same types of definitions. But anyway, this is called a quadrantal angle. 90, 180, 270, 0, or 360. Those are all the angles that are formed along the x or y axis. There's special kinds of angles called quadrantal angles. And again, can't make triangles, got to use the coordinate definitions. A lot of times you have a choice. You can either use the old triangle approach or the new definitions. But to do quadrantal angles, you have to use the coordinate definitions.